Number one, the cities Lucknow L, Jaipur G, and Delhi D are represented in the following diagram. Lucknow lies 500 kilometers directly east of Jaipur, and angle GLD is 25 degrees. The bearing of D, this point D, the bearing of D from J is 0.34, or so D from J is 0.34. Find angle JDL. JDL, it means this angle we need to find. Right. Bearing of D from J is 0.34. It means this angle is, sorry, the bearing D from J is 34, not 0.34, but 34 degrees. So this is 34 degrees. And if this angle is right angle, so it means we can calculate this angle G, sorry, DJL. So angle DJL equal 90 degrees minus 34. And it is 56 degrees, 56, right? And after that, so this is 56. If this one 25 and this one 56, so we can calculate the angle JDL. 180 minus angle this one minus angle NJD minus minus angle DG, sorry, this one. DJL and minus angle JLD. 180 minus 56 and minus 25, this one. Okay, 25, and it is 99. Okay, 99. So this angle is 99 degrees. So this is 81. Yeah, correct. 99. Find the distance between Lucknow and Delhi. Part B. Lucknow and Delhi. I'm going to using sine rule. Okay. So sine rule, it means DL over sine 56 equal 500 over sine 99. DL over sine 56 equal 500 over sine 99, or we can rearrange this formula becomes DL equal 500 over sine 99 multiply sine 56. And if we calculate, the result is 419.685 round off becomes 420 kilometers. Number two, the function f and g are defined by fx equal to x minus x cubed and gx equal tangent x. Question A, find the composition function of f of g of x. The composite function, if fx equal to x minus tangent, minus x cubed, minus x cubed, and gx equal tangent x. If f of gx becomes 2 times gx minus gx cubed. If gx equals tangent x, so this composite function becomes 2 tangent x minus tangent cube x. This one. Part B. Question is, on the following grid, this grid sketches the graph of y equal this graph y equal composite functions f of g of x for x interval minus 1 to positive 1. Write down and clearly label the coordinates of any local maximum or minimum points. So we need to find the local minimums or local maximum. This function, we are going to sketch y equal to tangent x minus tangent cube x. The first step, we need to find the intersection coordinate point on x-axis. It means we need to set that y equals 0. If y equals 0 of this equation, it's going to be 2 tangent x minus tangent cube x equals 0. And after that, divided by tangent x, it becomes 2 minus tangent squared x equals 0, or tangent squared x equals 2, or tangent x equals positive and negative square root 2. After that, x equals arctangent or tangent power minus 1 of positive and negative square root 2. And its result is positive and negative 54.7356, so on. This in degrees. So we are going to convert into radians. It means multiply by 3.14 over 160, 180, So it becomes, the result is positive and negative 0.9548 radians. But I would like to round off, becomes 0.9. So x1, 0.9, and the coordinate point 0.9, 0, because y equals 0, x, y, 0.9, 0, and x2 minus 0.9, and the coordinate point minus 0.9, 0. Next, the second step. The second step is find the intersection point on y-axis. We need to set that x equals 0. If x equals 0, the equation becomes 2 times 0, 2 times tangent 0, sorry, 2 times tangent 0 minus tangent 0 cubed. And it is 0 because tangent 0 is 0. So the coordinate point 0, 0, origin. So this graph passing through origin, the fourth step. We're going to determine the local minimum or local maximum. For local minimum and local maximum, we need to set the derivative or the differential equals 0. If the function is y equal to tangent x minus tangent cube x, the derivative is 2 secant squared x minus 3 tangent squared x secant squared x equals 0. Factorize secant squared x times 2 minus 3 tangent squared x equals 0. It means there are two possibilities for the solution. The first is secant squared x equals 0 or 2 minus 3 tangent squared x equals 0. If secant x equals 0, it means secant x equals 0. Or this one, 3 tangent squared x equal 2. Tangent squared x equal 2/3. For this one is secant x, it means 1 over cosine x equal 0. And there is no solution for this one. There's no solution, so no need to continue to find x on this part. Now you are going to find x here. So it means tangent x equals square root 2/3. This is positive and negative. So x equal arctangent or tangent power -1 of positive and negative square root 2/3. And the result is positive and negative 39.2315. And I would like to, this is in degrees, I would like to convert into radians. So it means positive, negative 39.2315 multiply 3.14 over 180. And the result is positive, negative 0.68437 or positive, negative 0.68. So there are two values of x. First, x1 equal 0.68 and x2 equal minus 0.68. Now we need to find y. Substitute x into y. 2 y equal to tangent x minus tangent cube x. Tangent x is 1. Don't use this one, but this one. Tangent x is 1. Okay, this is tangent x. So y equal 2 positive negative square root 2 third. 2 third cube. And the result is positive and negative 1.08866. Okay, convert, sorry, not convert, but round off. Positive negative 1.09. So there are two y. The first y is 1.09 and the second y minus 1.09. So there are two local minimum and local maximum. 0.68, comma, 1.09 and minus 0.68, comma, minus 1.09. All right, let's sketch. Okay, so we need to find first the intersection on x-axis and y-axis. Intersection on x-axis are 0.9, 0 and minus 0.9, 0. This is the minus 0.9, 0, and this one is 0.9, 0. One is minus 0.9, 0. Okay. And then the intersection on y-axis origin. So this graph passing through origin. So after that, the local maximum and local minimum. The local maximum is 0.68, 1.09, 0.68, 0.1, 0.5 around here, 0 and 0.68 around here. Okay. And then 1 1 or 0 point, sorry, here, x on x, 0 0.6, 0 0.5, 0.75 around here, it means 0 0.6 around here, 68, and 1.09, 1.1009 around here. So around here, the coordinate point 0.68 and 1.09. So after that, minus 0. Similar with this one. Over here, 1.09 around here. Minus 0.68, comma, minus 1.09. This one. And let's sketch. Okay. Okay, this one, the graph. Number three, the total number of children Y visiting a park depends on the highest temperature T in degrees Celsius. A park official predicts the total number of children visiting his park on any given day using the model, this one, the model, y equals 0.60 squared plus 23t plus 110 at the interval 0 to 35. Use this model to estimate the number of children in the park on a day when the highest temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Okay. A, the equation is y equal minus 0.6 t squared plus 23t plus 110. If t equals 25, so it's going to be y 25, 0.6 times 25 squared plus 23 times 25 plus 110. It is 310 children. Okay. Next question. An ice cream vendor investigates the relationship between the total number of children visiting the park and the number of ice creams sold, X. The following table shows the data collected on 5 different days. This the data. Find an appropriate regression equation that will allow the vendor to predict the number of ice creams sold on a day when there are Y children in the park. So we need to create the table first, x, y, and y squared. X, y, xy, and y squared. The data from this table. This is x, this is y, x are 15, 27, 23, 35, 46, and these are y. The x are 15, 27, 23, 35, 46. Y are 81, 175, 202, 346, 360. X times Y, 15 times 81, 1215. 27 times 175, 4725. It's 1 times this one, 4646. It's 1 times 1, 12110. It's 1 times this one, 16,560. Okay, I'm going to add the sigma. Sigma x is 146. Sigma y is 1,164. Sigma x times y, 30,256. That's y squared. 81 squared. 6561. And next, 30,625. 140,800. 804. 1 119,716. And this one, 129,600. And sigma y squared is 327,306. Okay. Now we're going to find A. A is formula is n times sigma xy minus sigma x times sigma y. 1 divided n times sigma y squared minus sigma y squared. N is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Sigma xy is 1, 39, 2, 5, 6. Minus sigma x, 146, 1,164. 5 times y squared, 327,306. Minus sigma y squared, 1,164 squared. And if we calculate, the result is 0.0935. 251. And B, this is A, next B. Okay. B is sigma x minus A times sigma y over n. Sigma x is 146. A is 0.0935 times sigma y, 1,164 divided by 5, because n equals 5. And the result is 7.4262. Round off, 7.43. So the regression equation x equal a y plus b. Okay, means x equal a is 0.0935y plus b is 7.43. Hence, use your regression equation to predict the number of ice creams that the vendor sells on a day when the highest temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. C. Substitute, just substitute y equal 310. This is the amount of children. On part A. Because when the temperature 25 degrees Celsius, according to this question, amount of children is 310. So we are going to substitute y equals 310 into this equation. So x equal 0.0935 times 310 plus 7.43. And the result is 36.415. Round off becomes 36. This one. Number four, a company manufactures metal tubes for bicycle frames. The diameters of the tubes, d millimeters, are normally distributed with mean 32, and standard deviation sigma. The interquartile range of the diameters is 0.28. Find the value of sigma. The mu equal second quartile, and it is 32 according to this information. And the interquartile range is 0.28. It means the third quartile minus the first quartile, it is 0.28. If this is the first quartile, this is the third quartile, and in the middle is second quartile or mu here. So it means this is 0.28. It means between the second and the third quartile, there is 0.14 as well. Between the first quartile and the second quartile. So I would like to writing that third quartile minus second quartile minus mu. This is 0.14 as well. Second quartile minus the first quartile, this is 0.14. Right. So it means the third quartile equals 0.14 plus second quartile or plus mu. So 0.14 plus 32, and it is 32.14. While this one, the first quartile is the second quartile minus 0.14, and it is 32 minus 0.14, it is 31.86. Based on this information, we are going to using the C-scores table or calculator for the quartiles. So C-scores for the first quartile is minus 0.674, and the C-score for the third quartile is 0.674. This is for the 25th percentiles. If percentiles, this is the 25th percentile. While this one is 75th percentile. So it means we can determine the Z for the first quartile is the first quartile minus mu divided by sigma. It is 31.86 minus 32 over sigma. And this result is, according to this information, minus 0.674. 674. So we can calculate 31.86 minus 32 is minus 0.14 divided by sigma equal minus 0.674. So sigma equals 0.14 minus 0.14 divided by minus 0.674. So sigma, if you calculate, equals 0.207 millimeters per unit. Number 5, the coefficients of x power 6 in the expansions of ax cubed plus b power 8 is 448. The coefficients of x power 6 in the expansions of ax cubed plus b power 10 is 2880. Find the value of a and the value of b where a and b greater than 0. Right. The first step. For n equal 8, the term corresponding to x power 6, it occurs when r equal 2. And we are going to using the binomial formula that tr for n r a power r x power 3r b power n minus r. It means t2 or t second is combination a2 a squared times x 3 multiply 2 3x power 6 and b power 8 minus 2 power 6. So it's going to be combination a2 is 28 a squared and then b power 6 x power 6. So if you compare with this information that the coefficients of x power 6 is 448. So we can state that 28 a squared b power 6 equal 448. And then a squared b power 6 equal 448 divided by 28. So a squared b power 6 equal 16. This is the first equation. The second, for n equal 10, just now n equal 8, this one, for n equal 10, for n equal 10, the term corresponding to x power 6 occurs when r equal 2 or 8. If this one, r equal 2 or 6. This one, r equal 2 or 8. But what I would like to using r equal 2. If r equal 2, so T2 is combination 10, 2, a squared, x power 6, b power 8, because 10 minus 2. And it is 45, because combination 10, 2 is 45, a squared, b power 8, x power 6. Now, according to this information on the question that Coefficient of x power 6 is 2880. So we can state that 45 a squared b power 8 equal 2880, or a squared b power 8 equal 2880 divided by 45. A squared b power 8 equals 64. This is the second equation. Through the first equation, and the second equation, a squared b power 8 divided by a squared b power 6 equal 64 over 16 equal 1. So b squared equal 4. It means b equal square root 4, and it is 2. If b equals 2, substitute into the first equation. Substitute b equal square root 4 equal 2 into a squared b power 6 plus 16. It means a squared times b equal 2 power 6 equals 16. So a squared times 64 equals 16. A squared equals 16 over 64. A equals square root 1/4. So it is 1/2. Okay, so A equal 1/2 and B equal 2. Number 6. Consider Z equal cosine 11 pi over 18 plus I sine 11 pi over 18. Find the smallest value of n that satisfies Z power n equal minus I, where n element of integer positive. B. Hence or otherwise describe a single geometric transformation applied to Z on the Argand diagram that results in Z power 10. According to this statement that I'm going to, this is Z equal cosine 11 pi over 18 plus I sine 11 pi over 18. So it means Z power n comes cosine 11 pi over 18 plus I sine 11 pi over 18 power n, because Z equals this expression. So according to the Moivre's theorem, I can state this expression as becomes cosine 11 pi n over 18 plus I sine 11 pi over 18 n. And we can simplify, becomes cosine 110 n plus I sine 110 n. And the imaginary part is Z power n equal minus 1i. So this is the imaginary part is 1, or this one. And sine 11 pi over 18 n is equals minus 1, according to this information. So sine the angle equal -1 is sine 3 pi half, sine 7 pi half, sine 11 pi half, so on. But I would like uh, to find just until theta until 2 pi, just until 2 pi. Okay, the interval. Right. So it means based on this information that means 11 pi over 18 n equal this one 3 pi half or 7 pi half or 11 pi half on, and this is the geometric sequence with the formula 3 half pi plus 2 pi k. So based on this formula, we are going to find n. Right. Now, left-hand side and right-hand side, we're going to calculate with 18 over pi, and it becomes 11n or 54 half 126 half 198 half. So 11n equals 27, 63, 99. It means n, in statism that n is equal 9. It's on this statement. Part 2 or part B, sorry. Part B, according to the information, the question information that cosine c power n equal cosine n theta plus I sine n theta. Yeah. So it is cosine 11 pi for 18 n I sine 11 pi over 18 n. According to Euler's formula, this one, because according to Euler's formula that cosine theta plus I sine theta is equal e power theta I. So I would like to writing that z power n equal e power this one and this one, this angle, 11 pi 11 pi n over 18 I. This one. So it is if z power 10 becomes e power 11 pi 10 over 18 I. This one. Or it is e power 110 divided by 18. It means 55 pi over 9 I, like this. Next, I need more space. We want to simplify the exponent as 155 55 pi over 9. We're going to simplify this. Now, since the angles in the complex plane are periodic, with a period of, just now I told you that the periodic uh, 2 pi, periodic is 2 pi. So we can reduce uh, 55 pi over 9 by subtracting multiplies of 2 pi. So we have an angle with the rings, and the range 0 to 2 pi. So first we are going to determine how many times 2 pi, how many times 2 pi of this angle, 55 pi over 9. So it means 50 pi over 9 divided by 2 pi, because we want to determine how many times 2 pi of 55 pi over 9. And it becomes 55 over 18. Okay, if we divide 55 pi over 9 divided by 2 pi, it becomes 155 over 18. And if you calculate, the result is 3.55. So around 3 times. Around three times we subtract 2 pi. Right. So I would like to write in 55 pi over 9 minus, because 3 times, it means 3 times 2 pi. So 55 pi over 9 minus 6 pi. So set becomes the same denominator. 9 times 6, 54. Pi over 9, it is 1 pi over 9. So C power 10, it is E power pi over 9 I. And the next step, we need to find the difference between argument C power 10 and argument of Z. So argument C power 10 minus argument of C. So this is pi over 9 minus 11 pi over 18. Set becomes the same denominator times 2. 2 pi over 18 minus 11 pi over 18. And it is minus 9 pi over 18. Or simplify because becomes minus 1/2 pi. Okay. So the transformation is a rotation by angle 2 pi minus, because the periodic is 2 pi, 2 pi minus 1/2 pi, it is 1 or 3 half. Okay. 3/2 pi, okay, and it's 1 minus 1/2 pi itself. So this one and this one. Number 7. A new test has been developed to identify whether a particular gene, G, is present in a population of parrots. The test returns a correct positive result 95% of the time for parrots with the gene, and a false positive result 2% of the time for parrots without the gene. The proportion of the populations with gene is P. Okay, so P is the population. Complete the tree diagram below. Okay. If this is P, it means it's under 1 minus P because the maximum probability is 1. If it is 1, if it is P, it means this is 1 minus P. Now, this one, G. G position. According to the information, we can state that this is 0.95 and this one is 1 minus 0.95. It means 0.05 for G positive and negative, but for non-G, yeah, it's all this information. Okay. Positive is 0.02 and negative is 0.98. A random sample of the population was tested. It was found that 150 tests returned a positive result. Out of the 150 pairs with a positive test result, 18 did not actually have the gene. Find an estimate for P. Okay. I would like to using N, okay, N as the total number of pairs, of course, in sample. Next, and according to this information that 18 of 150 positive test results were false positives. So from Bayes' theorem, we can state that probability true positive, it is 0.95 times P times the N, total number of parts in a sample. And then the probability not true, false. I would like to using this term false positive. It is 0.02 times 1 minus P times N. Okay. Now, the probability test positive equal probability true positive and the probability false positive. And it is 0.95 P, so true positive. You can see on this diagram, this one, 0.95 P times N plus this one, false is 0.02, 0.02 positive times 1 minus P, this one. So this is 0.02 times 1 minus P N. So, and the result is 150 according to the information. And after that, I would like to factorize N. There is N here. let's end here. The first term, let's end here. The second term, let's end here. Factorize n 0.95p plus 0.02 times 1 minus p equal 150. And I will multiply this one first, 0.95 plus 0.02 minus 0.02p, 150, and 0.95, this is p, 95p, and then 0.95p minus 0.02p, and it is 0.93p plus 0.02, 150. So n equal 150 over 0.93p plus 0.02. From the questions, we have information that out of the 150 pairs that test positive did not actually have the gene, so these are false positive. So we can state that 0.02, that's 1 minus p times n, it is equals 18. Yeah, because 18 of 150 positive test result were false positives. Right. And after that, substitute this n into this equation, this n into this equation substitute, 0.02, 1 minus p times 150, 0.93p plus 0.02 equal 18. So if we calculate, I would like to write in 0.02 times 150 times 1 minus p, find 0.93p, 0.02, 18. So this is 0.02 times 150 is 3, 1 minus p, divided 0.93p, 0.02 equal 18. After that, left hand side and right hand side multiply by 0.93p plus 0.02. And it becomes 3. 3 times 1 times p, 3p. 18 times 0.93p plus 0.02. So 18 times 0.93 is 16.74p plus 18 times 0.02 is 0.36. This is 3 minus 3p. After that, I would like to write in 3 minus 0.36, and this is 16.74p plus 3p. So it becomes 2.64 equal 19.74p. So p equals 2.64 divided by 19.74. And the result 0.1337386018. Round off comes 0.134, or in percentage, this is 13.37%. Number 8, the angle between a line and a plane is alpha, where alpha element of real number and alpha interval 0 to pi half. The equations of the line is x minus 1 third equal y plus 2 half equal 5 minus c. And the equations of the plane is for x plus cosine alpha y plus sine alpha z equal 1. Find the value of alpha. The given equation is this one. And I would like to using the parameter t. Okay, t is the parameter. So it means these equations I would like to writing like to separate x minus 1 third equal t. And the implication x equal 3t plus 1. Now let's find the second. Y plus 2 half equals t. And the implication y equal 2t minus 2. And next one, 5 minus z equal t. And the implication z equal 5 minus t. Right. So the parametric equation are 1, 2, 3. 3t plus 1, 2t minus 2, and 5 minus t. So the direction vector of the line is the vector of these coefficients of t, 3t, 2t, and minus 1t. So the direction vector or d or vector d is 1, 3, as well as 1, 2, and as well as 1, minus 1. Next, the normal vector. So d is the vector on a plane. So if this is a plane, this is the vector d, right? Vector d. Next, the normal vector. Normal vector is perpendicular to the vector d. Okay. And the normal vector to the plane is the vector of coefficients x, y, z on this equation. The second equation is 1 for x plus cos alpha y plus sine alpha z. So the normal vector n equal 4 sine alpha, this line. And dot product of dn n is d dot n 3 2 minus 1 dot 4 cosine alpha sine alpha 12 plus 2 cosine alpha minus sine alpha. And then the magnitude or modulus D, magnitude of D is D squared plus 2 squared plus minus 1 squared, 3, 2 minus 1, square root 14, because 9 plus 4 plus 1. Modulus N, 4 squared plus cosine squared alpha plus sine squared alpha. Cosine squared alpha and sine squared alpha equal 1. So it is 16 plus 1, 17. Next, alpha. So alpha is the angle between the direction vector or vector phi, direction vector. For example, if this is the direction vector, it's n, d, and this is direction vector phi. So alpha is the angle between the direction vector of the line and the plane. So this is alpha, and this angle is angle 90 minus alpha. It means pi half minus alpha. Okay, so these are the angle alpha and pi half minus alpha. Now, cosine pi half minus alpha, it equal d times n factor d dot factor n and over modulus d times modulus n. D dot n is 12 plus 2 cosine alpha minus sine alpha. Divided, this is square root 14, square root 17. So we can writing like this, cosine pi half minus alpha equal 12 plus 2 cosine alpha minus sine alpha over, if you calculate this, is square root 238. And if we calculate square root 238, okay, this left hand side multiply with this one, and the right hand side multiply with square root 238. So it's going to be square root 238 cosine pi half minus alpha equal 12 plus 2 cosine alpha minus sine alpha, like this. Or I would like to write 12 plus 2 cosine alpha minus sine alpha cos square root 238 cosine pi half minus alpha. Cosine pi half equal is this is the diagram, and this is d and this is phi. So this alpha. So this is n, d, and this angle is pi half minus alpha. So look that cosine I have to scroll down first. Look at cosine pi half minus alpha, cosine this one, is this one, n divided by phi, n over phi. Like, and sine alpha is n over phi. So cosine pi half minus alpha equals sine alpha. So this term cosine pi half minus alpha I will writing as sine alpha. So this equation becomes 12 plus 2 cosine alpha minus sine alpha equals square root 238 sine alpha 1. And the next step, square root, I will find, this term minus sine alpha moves to the right hand side, and it becomes 12 plus 2 cosine alpha equal square root 238 is 16, 15. Okay, okay, but I will um, write it like this first: 238 sine alpha plus 1 sine alpha. So 238 plus square root 238 plus 1 here. Square root 238 is 15.427. So plus 1 becomes 16. 16.427 sine alpha. This is left hand side was alpha. All right. And after that, divide by 2. Divide by 2, it becomes 6 plus cosine alpha. If this number divided by 2 becomes 7.7, wait, not 7, but 8, because 16. 8.21362431 sine alpha. Wait, I will check on my calculator first. Okay, correct. Yeah. And after that, divided by sine alpha. Divided by sine alpha, it becomes 6 over sine alpha plus cosine alpha over sine alpha equal 8.21362431. Okay, right. And it is 1 over tangent alpha or cotangent alpha. 6 over sine alpha equal plus 1 over tangent alpha equal 8.21362431. And it becomes 6 over sine alpha plus, right. If the diagram I will sketch like this, is N, D, and this is phi, right? So if alpha is 1, tangent alpha, is, this is N, tangent alpha is N divided by D. So N divided by D, N sine alpha plus 1 over N. According to the calculation, N is square root 17, N 17, and D root 14. So it becomes square root 17 over 14. It becomes 8.21362431. And this number, if we calculate 6 over sine alpha, it is, I will calculate first. 8.21362431 minus this number is 0.90748 on, and it equals 7.30613, so on. So sine alpha equal 6 divided by this number, 7.30613, and the result is 0.82122 on. So alpha equals sine or arc sine power minus 1 of this number 2, and alpha is 55.20782 degrees. But we are going to convert into radians. If we convert, it should be multiply 3.14 over 180. And the result is 0.9630 on, or 0.9. So this is the result, or 0.96. 0.96. Number 9, prove by contradiction that p squared minus aq minus 11 not equal to 0 for any pq element of integer. It's integer, z is integer. So I would like to like this equation, arrange this equation becomes p squared equal aq plus 11. Now substitute that p equal 2k plus 1. So this equation becomes 2k plus 1 squared equal aq plus 11 becomes 4k squared plus 4k plus 1 aq plus 11 becomes 4k squared plus 4k Uh, 1 minus 11 minus 10 equal AQ. And divide by, all terms divided by 2. 2k squared plus 2k minus 5 equal 4q. Okay, now look the left-hand side and the right-hand side. This is the left-hand side. This is the right-hand side. The term of okay, the term of 2k squared plus 2k is always 2k squared plus 2k is always even. Okay, but if this even number 2k squared plus 2k minus 5, this left hand side will be always odd, odd number, because this is always even, because this term is divisible by 2. So that's why this term is always even number, the result. But if this even, this even number, if minus 5, the result will be always odd number. So the left hand side is always odd. Okay, now I'm move here. The right hand side. The right hand side is 4q. 4q is is always even number. Why? Because this term 4q is divisible by 4. Can divided by 4. It's always can divided by 4. So that's why it's always even number. So there is contradiction. I would like to write in here. There is a contradiction between the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, the contradiction is the left hand side is always odd, while the right hand side is always even. So therefore, we can uh, we can state that p squared minus aq minus 11 equals 0 must be false, or p squared minus aq minus 11 not equal 0. This is the conclusion. Number 10. An engineer is designing a gutter to catch rainwater from the roof of a house. The gutter will be open at the top and is made by folding a piece of sheet metal 45 centimeters wide and 600 centimeters long. This is the gutter The cross-section of the gather is shaded in the following diagram. Okay, comes a cross-section. The height of both vertical sides is 10 centimeters. Is 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters. The width of the gather is W centimeters. This the width. Arc AB lies on the circumference of a circle with center O and radius 12 centimeters. So radius. This is arc AB. Let angle AOB equal theta radians, where theta interval 0 to pi. Show that theta equal 2.08, correct to three significant figures. Arc length equal 45 minus 10 minus 10. It is 25. I'm going to show you. Okay. According to the information that this is 45 centimeters. So if this is 45, it means 10. It is 10. Okay. If this is 10, it is 10. 45 minus 10 minus 10. So AB, the arc AB equal 25. And the circumference. The circumference of circle equal 2 times 22 over 7 times 12. It is 75.42857. Okay. It means theta equal 25 over 75.42857 times 360 equal 119.3181.841. It is degrees, but we are going to convert into radians times 3.14 over 360. What is 3 over 180? I mean, or 360. 180, and it is 2.0814. Round off becomes 2.08 radians. Next, B. Find the area of the cross-section of the gatherer. To find the area, we need to find first the width, or W. The W squared, according to the cosine rule, that AO squared plus BO squared minus 2 times AO times BO cosine theta. Okay. So it's going to be 12 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 times 12 times 12 cosine 119.3181841, and the result is 429.4 0.021849. So W or width equal the root of 429.021849, and the result is 20.7128. This is the W, the width. And after that, the second we need to find the area of sector A or B. Sector A or B. Okay, I mean this sector. I would like to show you a sector A or B. This one. Okay, this one. This sector. We are going to find this sector area. Okay. And that is 1/2 times 12 squared, okay, times theta. So theta, we are going to using this one in radians, not in degrees, not in this one, but this one, 2.08. So if you calculate theta becomes 149.76. And next is area of triangle. Area of triangle AOB. This one I'm going to show you. Triangle AOB. AOB is one, this triangle. Okay. So we're going to calculate this area, this triangle. Area of triangle, 1/2 times 12 squared times sine theta. Okay. Theta is this one. Okay. 119.3181841. And if you calculate, the result is 62.7778. And after that, the segment area of segment. Segment is this one. I'm going to show you. This area, this segment. Okay. Okay. I'm going to clean first. So we are going to find this segment. Okay. If we calculate the segment, and after that, we're going to find the area of this rectangle. And then area rectangle plus area segment, that is the area of the cross section. Area of segment is this area minus this area of sector AOB minus area of triangle AOB. So 149.76 minus 62.7778. And the result is 86.9822. Next, area of rectangle. Area of rectangle is W times 10. Okay. W is this one, 20.7128. If times 10, it means 207.128. This is area of rectangle. So cross-section area equal this area plus this area, 86.9822 plus 207.128. And the result is 294.1102. Or round off becomes 294 centimeters squared. This is the cross-section area. In a storm, the total volume in centimeter cube of rainwater that enters the gutter can be modeled by a function RT, where T is the time in seconds since the start of the storm. It was determined that the rate at which rainwater entered the gutter could be modeled by this function. During any 60-second period, if the volume of rainwater entering the gutter is greater than the volume of the gutter, it will overflow. Okay, so overflow if the gutter is greater than the volume. If the rainwater or rainfall greater than the volume of the gutter, determine whether the gutter overflow is in this storm. Justify your answer. Yeah. Volume of gutter first. The volume of gutter equal 294 times 600. Okay, 294 is the cross-section area is, and the length of the gutter is 600. So it is 176,400 centimeters cube. And rainwaters, the rainwater over 60 seconds is integral 0 to 60 of 50. This is the function 50 cosine 2 pi t over 5 plus 300 dt. So we need to find this integral first. I would like to describe the integral of this term. Okay. Integral 50 cosine 2 pi t over 5 dt. It is 50 integral cosine 2 pi t over 5 dt. Let u equal 2 pi t over 5. So du equal 2 pi over 5 dt. So it means 5 over 2 pi du equal dt. So this integral we can writing as 50 integral cosine u du, but here is 5 over 2 pi. Okay, so it becomes 250 divided by 2, 125 over pi cos u du. It is 125 over pi sine u plus c. This one. Okay. That means this integral is integral 0 to 60. Okay. 0 to 60 d. The integral is 125 pi sine u plus 3000. Sorry, 3000 here, 3000 t. Okay, according to the information of this is 3000. Let me check. 3000. Okay, after that substitute 60 and 0. It becomes 125 over pi sine u is 1, 2 pi times 60 over 5 minus sine 2 pi times 0 over 5 minus, okay, minus 1, 300, 3000. Okay, this is the part 1. This one, the first and the second is minus 3000 times 60 minus 3000 times 0. So it's going to be 125 over pi times sine 24 minus sine 0 minus, sorry, plus this one, actually plus 1, plus. So in, sorry, 3000, 3000 times 60 is 180,000. Okay, minus 0. So it becomes 125 over pi sine 24, because this is equal to 0, sine 0 equals 0, plus 180,000. And this is 180,000, 38.5 centimeters cubed. So if we compare, so this is the rain water, the rainwater fall. If we compare this number and rainwater fall, and then the volume of gutter, volume of gutter, volume of gutter is 176,400 centimeters cube. So we can compare this number and this number. Look at rainwater number greater than the volume of gather. So conclusion, rainwater, 180,038.5 centimeters cube is greater than volume of gather. This one. So the gather, we can state that the gather will overflow. This is the conclusion. Number 11. A continuous random variable x has a probability density function, PDF, defined by fx equal this function. Find the exact value of expectation x, find probability x less than 0.5. Right. A. The expected value of x or ax for continuous random variable is given by this integral, actually integral unlimited to minus limited to minus unlimited to limited to unlimited to positive of x times fx dx. But however, since fx equals 0 on that function, you can see on the function, you can evaluate the functions. This one, since fx equals 0, okay, equals 0 outside, the outside of internal, uh, the interval, I mean, x from 0 to 2. So, yeah. So we only need to consider the integral from 0 to 2. So it becomes Ex equal integral 0 to 2 of x. Fx is 6 over pi square root 16 minus x squared dx. Now let u equal 16 minus x squared. Du equal minus 2x dx. It means minus 1/2 du equal x dx. So Ex equal is minus 1/2 integral 0 to 2 of 6 over pi u power 1/2 of du. Or I'm gonna set becomes minus 6 over 2 pi because pi is constant. 0 to 2 of du over du power 1/2. So it becomes here minus 6 over pi. I'm going to find that the integral of this function is 2 u power positive half. Okay. And it's going to be 2 times this one. So, sorry, 6 divided by 2 minus 3 over pi. U is this one. 2 times 16 minus x squared power 1 half. So Ex equal minus 3 over pi times 2 when it things becomes square root 16x squared or 2. So substitute 2 and 0. 2 squared minus 2 times square root 16 minus 0 squared minus 3 half, 2 square root 12. 2 times square root 16. Okay. So Ex equals 1 minus 3 times, wait, minus 3 half times this one. I would like to simplify 8 times, this is 8 times 16, sorry, yeah, 8. 16, square root 16 times 2, 8, because 4 times 2. After I calculate, minus 6 square root 12 over pi minus 24 plus 24 over pi. This one. Part B. Part B, we're going to find the probability x less than 0.5. It is integral 0 to 0.5 because this is 0.5, and then fx dx, integral 0 to 0.5, 6 over pi square root 16 minus x squared dx. Let x equal 4 sine theta. So it means dx equal 4 cosine theta d theta. Right. So when x equal 0, wait, I will describe this one first, x first. So according to this information, then we can simplify, we can convert this one into sine theta, 16 minus x squared, square root 16 minus 4 sine theta squared, 16 minus 16 sine squared theta, square root 16 times 1 minus sine squared theta. And this is according to trigonometric identity, this is cosine squared theta. So 16 cosine squared theta, or 4 cosine theta. Next, when x equal 0, so it means sine theta will be 0. So theta equal 0. When x equals 0.5, sine theta equal 0.5 over 4, it is 1/8. So theta equal arc sine or sine power minus 1 of 1/8. So the probability x less than 0.5, it is 6 for pi integral 0 to the limit sine power 1 minus sine power minus 1 of 1/8 of 4, because wait, yeah, this is 4 cosine theta over 4 cosine theta d theta. Because dx is 4 cosine theta d theta. And so now I would like to, I think here, so I think here, that integral 6, sorry, dx, sorry, just now I saw this one, 6 dx, 6 dx becomes dx, because 6 already here, over square root 16 minus sine squared theta. It is integral, dx is this one, 4 cosine theta d theta. 4 cosine theta d theta over this one, this already described, 4 cosine theta. So that's why the integral becomes this. And if it's 1, it's going to be 6 over pi, 0 to sine power minus 1 of 1/8 d theta. So it becomes 6 over pi times sine power, substitute sine power minus 1 of 1/8 and 0 into this integral. Sine 0 is 0. So it becomes 6 over 6 over pi times 7.180756. And after that, multiply 6 over 180 times this number. The result is 0.239358, round off 0.239. Next question. A laboratory trial may require up to 2 milliliters of reagent. The amount of reagent used has been found to have a probability distribution that can be modeled by X, where X is the amount of reagent in milliliters. If a laboratory trial is independent, a trial is considered a success when X less than 0.5. Determine the least number of trials required to be 99% sure of at least one success. Part C. To determine the least number of trials required to be 99% sure of at least one success, we can use the concept of binomial probability. So we need to, I'm going to write the previous probability x less than 0.5 equals 0.239, this number. So it means the probability of failure is 1 minus 0.239, and it is 0.761. In binomial, we can state this one as P and this one as Q. Okay. And after that, I would like to writing the probability of no success in n trial. It is 0.761 power n. Because no success takes from the fail probability of failure. And the probability of at least one success in n trials, we can state as probability at least of one success. It is 1 minus the probability no success. I mean this probability in n trials. It means 1 minus 0.761 power n. 1. And the probability of at least one success to be at least 99%, we need to find through this one first, this inequality, 1 minus 0.761 power n greater than 0.99. So minus 0.761 power n greater than 0.99 minus 1, and it is minus 0.01. So it becomes divided by minus becomes positive 0.761 or n divided over minus 1. So becomes 0.761 power n less than or equal positive 0.01. Based on the learn rule, we can set this inequality becomes n ln 0.761 less than or equal ln 0.01. N times ln 0.761 is minus 0.273121 less than or equal ln 0.01 is minus 4.6051 so on. So it means N. We need to change the direction because this is minus, and it's 4.06 minus 460517018 divided by minus 0.273121 and greater than or equal 16.861250. So we need to find the closer greater number. The closer number integer near to 16.86, and that is 17. So n equal 17. So we can state that the least number scroll down first. Okay, the least number of trials required to be 99%, 99% sure of at least one success is 17 trials. Next, D. 10 trials were conducted. 10 trials. So n equal 10. Find the probability that exactly 3 trials were successful. Ready? We're going to find the binomial. Okay, the binomial, we can write y b 10, 0.239. We already calculated one. 10 is 10 trials. So the probability x equal 3, according to the question, is the combination 10 to 3. P is 0.239 cube. This is 0.761 power 10 minus 3, 0.761 because 1 minus 239. So now we calculate already this one. This combination is 120 times, if you calculate this, is 0.239. I will calculate later, is 0.761 over 7. And if you calculate, the result is 0.242430. Round off to 0.242. This one. Next question. E. Write down the number of ways these 3 successful trials could have occurred consecutively. Okay. Part E. So when we are asked for the number of ways 3 successful trials can occur consecutively in n equal 10 trials. So we are essentially looking for the number of possible positions in the sequence of trials where three consecutive can be placed. And for 10 trials consecutively, there are trials like the first trials, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And the second trials, 2, 2, 4. The third trials, 3, 2, 5. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is 2, 3, 4. This is 3, 4, 5. And the fourth trials, 4 to 6, 4, 5, 6. The fifth trials is 5 to 7. And the sixth trial is 6 to 8. And the seventh trials is 7 to 9. And the eighth trial is 8 to 10. So there are 8 trials. So there are 8 possible ways to place. Okay, so there are 8 possible ways to place the 3 consecutive successful trials in one trial, in 10 trials. I mean, 10 trials, n equal 10. So uh, the answer is this one, 8 possible ways to place. Next question, F. Now consider n trials where it is given that exactly 3 successes have occurred. 1. F1, write down an expression for the number of ways that 3 successful trials could have occurred consecutively. Right. So F part 1. So F part 1, the number of ways equal based on this information. Uh, the number of ways is n minus 2 because the difference is 2. 1 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, and so on until 8 to 10. The second, find the greatest value of n such that the probability of 3 consecutive successful trials is more than 0.05. So the probability of exactly 3 consecutive success uh, trials, it occurs given by the probability of 3 consecutive consecutively success. It is n minus 2 divided by combination n 3 times p cubed 1 minus p power n minus 3. Right. This combination is the number of ways to choose 3 trials out of n trials. And then P is the probability of success of any individual trial. And 1 minus P is the probability of the fail on an individual trial. So actually this is, we can say as Q is fun. Okay. And through this probability, we can state that n minus 2 over, this combination is n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 divided by 6 greater than or greater than 0.05, according to the information that greater than 0.05. Okay, after that becomes 6 times n minus 2 over n times n minus 1, n minus 2, greater than 0.05. Divided becomes n 6 over n times n minus 1 greater than 0.05. And the next step, multiply, one, becomes 6 greater than 0.05 n, okay, and n minus 1, so on. After that, divided by 0.05. Equivalent with 120 greater than n times n minus 1. It is 120 n squared minus n, or n squared minus n minus 120 less than 0. It's inequality. So we are going to find, are going to have assumption first, because we need to find the values of n. The assumption that n squared minus n minus 120 equals 0. A equal 1, B equal minus 1, C equal minus 120. And 1 and 2 is minus of minus 1. It means positive 1 plus minus square root minus 1 squared minus 4, 1 minus 120. 2 times 1 is 1 plus minus root 1 plus 480 divided by 2. And 1 and 2 is 1 plus minus square root 181, 21.93 divided by 2. So N1, 1 plus 21.93 divided by 2. And the result is 11.465. And then N2 is 1 minus 21.93 93 over 2. And the result is minus 10.465. But this is not valid because the n value should be positive. So we are going to using this value that n equal 11. Number 12, consider the differential equation dy dx equal x squared y minus y over x squared plus 1, where y greater than 0 and y equals 3 when x equals 0. Use Euler's method with a step length of 0.03 to find an approximate value for y when x equals 0.15. Give your answer correct to 6 significant figures. Euler's, according to Euler's method, that this is the formula yn plus 1 equal yn plus 0.03 according to the information xn squared yn minus yn divided by xn squared plus 1. So y0 equals 3 and x0 equal 0. When n equals 0, y is 1, n plus 1, y1 equal y0 plus 0.03 xn squared, x0, I mean, x0 squared, y0 minus y0 divided by x0 squared plus 1. And it is, y0 is 3, 0.03 times this 0 minus 3 plus 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1. And the result is y1 is, this is minus, so it means, sorry, 3 minus 0.091. So y1 equal 2.91 and x1 equals 0 plus 0.3. This one. N equal 1. If n equal 1, so it means y2. y2 is equal y1 plus 1, 0.03. So basically this is x. Yeah. x1 squared y1 minus y1 x1 squared plus 1. Substitute. y1 is 2.91 plus 0.03. 2.91 squared, 0.03, I mean, because x. Zero 0.03, 2.91 minus 2.91 divided 0.03 squared plus 1. And if you calculate, you can gain y2 is 2.82286 and x2 is 0.03 plus 0.03 is 0.06. When n equal to, it means y becomes y3. Well, y2 0.06 times x2 squared, y2, sorry, only y2, not squared. Y2 minus y2 over x2 squared plus 1. Y2 is 1, 2.82286 plus 0.06 times 0.06 squared times 2.82 on minus 2.82. So on this one, I mean, because this space not enough, 0.06 squared plus 1. And if you calculate, you're gonna get y3 is 2.73877 on, and x3 is 0.09. Next, if n equals 3, it means y comes y4. It's y3 plus 0.09 according to this information, times x3 squared y3 minus y3 divided by x3 squared plus 1. And it is 2.738 so on plus 0.09 times 0.09 squared, 2.738 minus 2.73 on divided by 0.09 squared plus 1. And if you calculate y4, the result is 2.65793 and x4 is 0.12. Let's continue to the next step, n equal 4. When n equal 4, y becomes y5. Y5 equal y4 plus 0.12 times x4 squared, y4 minus y4 divided x4 squared plus 1. It becomes y4 is 1, 2.65793 plus 0.12 times 0.12 squared times 1, y4. You can substitute the number minus y4 and 0.12 squared plus 1. And if you calculate, the result is y5 is 2.58046 and x5. Okay, x5 is 0.15. According to the information just now, the question, this one, would that we just calculate when until x equals 0.15. So when 0.15, the value of y, I would like to will become the six significant figures 2.8, 2.58046. This is the value of y. B. Write down the value of dy dx when x equals 0. Show that this is the second derivative equal 3 when x as well equals 0. B. Part 1. dy dx equal x squared y minus y over x squared plus 1. So when x equals 0, y equal 3. This based on the statement on the question. So substitute into this dy dx. So dy dx equals 0 squared times 3 minus 3 divided by 0 squared plus 1. And it is minus 3. Part 2. dy dx equals 1 x squared minus y x squared plus 1. Okay. So I'm going to find the second derivative. This is the first derivative and the second derivative is this one. The x of this expression x squared y minus y is equal to xy plus x squared dy dx minus y becomes dy dx. And after that, this one x squared plus 1. The dx of x squared plus 1 becomes 2x. So I would like to find u times phi for derivative becomes the second derivative becomes x squared plus 1 times this one x squared dy dx 2x y minus dy dx minus x squared y minus y times 2x. I did x squared plus 1 squared because I use this for the substitution, let u equal x squared y minus y and v equal x squared plus 1. Okay. So I use this rule. Okay. And then let's continue. When x equals 0 and y equals 3, okay, from the previous solution, writing from this previous solution, we got x equals 0, y equals 3, and dy dx equal minus 3. So this derivative, the second derivative, becomes substitute 0, 0, 3, and minus 3 into this expression, becomes 0 plus 1. And then 0 squared times minus 3 plus 2 times 0 times 3 minus 3 minus 0 squared times 3 minus 3 times 2 times 0 divided 0 squared plus 1 squared. And if you calculate, the result will be 3 minus 0 divided by 1. It is 3. That is B. Next. So C, given that the third derivative equal 9 when x equals 0, find the first four terms of the Maclaurin series for y. Part C. C part 1. So given that y0 equal 3 and dy dx 0, when x equals 0, it means when x equals 0 equal, this is y equals 3, this is minus 3 according to our the previous solution. And then the second derivative equals 3 and the third derivative equal 9 according to the information. The Maclaurin series expansions of function yx about x equals 0, we can writing the formula like this, the function like this, yx equal y0 plus dy dx 0 because x equals 0. This is the second derivative x 0 and the third derivative equal, this is 0 as well. Okay, actually plus so on. And I would like, oh, sorry, it's supposed to be, I have to add x. I'm going to wait. I will clean first. Okay. Right. So divide the divide the x 0, supposed to be this is x times x, according to Maclaurin series rule times x, plus the second derivative y, 0, this times x squared, 2 factorials. Okay. And then the third derivative, 0 times x cubed, 3 over 3 factorials, and so on. But we're going to find the four the four terms. So y x becomes y0 is 3 plus 1 dy dx0 is minus 3 x plus second derivative one is this is 0 is 3x squared over 2 because two factorials. This one 9 times x cubed over 6 because only 4 terms. 3 minus 3x, 3 half x squared plus 9 divided by 6, simplify 3 half x cubed. This one. Okay, let's compare with the equations. So this one, the 4 terms. Okay, the 4 terms, it means already 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Part 2. If y 0.15, okay, if I'm not mistaken, part 2 like that, the question, I'm gonna check one more. Use the Maclaurin series to find an approximate value for y when, yeah, correct, x equals 0.15. You give your answer correct to 6 significant figures. Okay, just now, if x equals 0, this one, x equals 0.15. If x equals 0.15, substitute into this expression. It's going to be 3 minus 3 times 0.15 plus 3 half times 0.15 squared plus 3 half times 0.15 cubed. And if you calculate, the result is 2.5881. Okay, 1 to the power 6. Yeah, this is the result. 6 significant figures. Next question, D. It is given that this equation solve the differential equation one where y greater than 0 and y equal 3 when x equals 0. Give your answer in the form y equal fx. Hence, find the value of y when x equals 0.15. Same with this one. Give your answer correct to 6 significant figures. Same as one. Part D. D part 1. So dy dx according to the equation x squared y minus y over x squared plus 1. Okay. So we can factorize it, y x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 1. And it is dy dx is y times 1 minus 2 over x squared plus 1. Okay. So according to this information that x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 1, it is equivalent with 1 minus 2 over x squared plus 1. So that's why I have written like that, like this. Okay, x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 1 is this one, 1 minus 2 over x squared plus 1. So that dy dx. And we can rearrange becomes dy over y, 1 minus 2 over x squared plus 1 dx. So after that, integral dy over y equal integral 1 minus 2 over x squared plus 1 dx. This is ln y, and this one is x minus 2 arc tangent, 2 arc tangent x plus c. I'm going to continue here. Okay. I need more space for this explanation for this part. It means y, according to the learn rule, that y equal e power x minus 2 to arc tangent, to arc tangent x plus c. Or I can write it like this, e power c times e power x minus 2 arc tangent x. Let a equal e power c. So this equation y equal a times e power minus power x minus 2 arctangent x. So when x equals 0, according to the information, and y equal 3 substitute into this equation, and it becomes 3 equal a e power 0 minus 2 arctangent 0. 2 arctangent 0 equals 0. So this equation becomes 3 equal a power a times e power 0. E power 0 equals 1. So it is a equal 3. So the solution to differential equation is the solution. The solution to differential equation is y equal 3e power x minus 2 arctangent x. This is the solution. Part 2. when x equal 0.5, x equals 0.15, I mean. Just substitute into this solution y 0.153e or 0.15 minus 2 arc tangent 0.15. So if you calculate the result is 2.58786. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 6 significant figures. So present E. Now, E. Oh, yeah, last question. For x interval 0 to 1, explain why the approximate value for y obtained using the Euler's method will always be less than the actual value for y. Okay, I have to writing my opinion about this. So when the second derivative greater than 0 for x interval 0 to 1, x greater than 0 less than 1, since the exact solution yx, just now we already uh, find it, solving this when exact solution is decreasing, and Euler's method underestimate this decrease. Okay, I have to copy my explanation, my brief explanation about this. Okay, this decrease due to its linear approximation of the slope. So the value for y obtained according to Euler's method it will always the actual value of y. Sorry.